Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid and I am joined by Maryland.
Party gamers.
Yes, we are back. It is turn 114. I don't know if that's a lucky number or not, but
I don't know.
there's probably, I feel like there's something special about that number, but nevertheless, here we are. Uh, okay, message from Pelagia or Pangea. What you want to read first?
Do Pelagia first.
All right, I'll get this one. You can take the Pangea one.
Okay.
Nexus is up. We will see how long it will stay this time, but at least I get 100% of the pearls and not 60% as with the previous one. Unfortunately, it was Ohm's spell that went down, but all things considered, with my global luck, I could not ask for more. As for Ulm, it would have been better to use golems to cast Vortex of Returning and consolidate one last army than lose smaller armies and the golems for a few pan chaff. All my
Hmm.
scripts are hastily and poorly done. Let's see if Pan manages to take advantage.
So I guess he means he watched a fight of Ohms, but I don't remember which one that he's critiquing.
Well, Ulm has been
Right.
losing a lot of these armies kind of piecemeal. You know, like he's
Yeah, I
got
know.
uh I mean, it seems like there's just not a lot of mage support in general at this point, but you know, he kind of has been rolling out with like mid game armies. Maybe he'll have Army of Gold or something, but you know,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But I think his capability is very, very limited.
right, yeah. So, but he was thinking, you know, rather than fight inside a fort where you know you're going to lose, like Vortex of Returning, get that army out, and then use them somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, you want to take this one?
Why hasn't Sai gone for the thrones yet? Concentration and power, temporary gem limits, anxiety, mild consideration of it ending the NAP with Vanheim instantly and wanting to get an army in position next to the silver throne as I pull the trigger. I'm wondering who he's talking to there because shouldn't be us because they shouldn't have seen our comments about it.
I
Not
think he's
yet.
he's anticipating that we might be sitting here and saying, "Well, why is Sai dragging this out? He should be going for thrones.
Yeah,
Why
but
is
if
he
I
being a
remember,
wimp?"
we were both saying, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he doesn't need to rush. Isn't that's what we said the last few videos?
Sure, yeah. So I think he's maybe anticipating that we're maybe a little more bloodthirsty or a little more incautious, or I don't know what.
Hypercritical.
Yeah,
Hypercritical is
hypercritical.
yeah. I don't.
We're
I
not.
don't think he's being excessively cautious. I last turn he took two, and so he ended that NAP we calculated,
Right.
which required six. So yeah, I don't think.
I mean, I
Anyways,
think in Sai's position, why would you want to take huge risks and move armies out of position when you can just continue to accumulate power? You know?
exactly, exactly. I mean, beyond the fact that I think everybody is tired. It'd
Right.
be good to end the game, but you don't want to end the game. I mean, he doesn't need to do a YOLO.
Right.
Um, because he should win if he's cautious, not excessively so, but if he plays carefully, he should win.
Right. I mean, he's been trading very well in the raiding battles with
Mhm.
Ashdod. He's going to continue to eat Ulm. So the only real X factor that could turn this around is Vanheim. And I think Vanheim really could give him a big black eye. The only hesitation there is that he has just had all of his stuff completely crushed by Ashdod. So,
Yeah, and can Vanheim actually stop Pangea getting throws? Because if I remember
right.
last turn, and we'll see it this turn, he was not in good position
Hmm.
to stop it.
Well, let's start with that. Let's go to the Vanheim pan front and let's see what's happening before we get into some of the action. Um,
Might even do see the action from the map.
right. So we've got a
Not
pile of
much.
thralls here from Vanheim and some chaff here. We would be able to see with our scouts glamored units, but we would not be able to see stealthed units. But I don't see demons, is what I don't see.
No, no. I in this zone, I don't see powerful armies. That's soulless and imps. and a few storm demons
Right.
and some great eagles. That's not a strong army.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's,
He used some demons here.
well,
It's only 40 demons.
yeah, that's not much.
And he used
No,
this to take this Pelagian fort, which I guess was part of the negotiation of peace with Pelagia. But aside from those 40 demons, we can see 40 more storm demons up here.
oh, and
And there's
decent
probably a
sized army.
handful here. 7.
Yeah, looks like a decent sized army to the northeast, but
Yeah.
that's not very threatening to Pan. I mean, he just took that fort, it looks like, right?
I mean, this whole
Down there.
region, right? This area around Mictlan, this is Mictlan, right? This whole Mictlan region, it's just been completely wiped of power from both Ashdod and Pan. Like they had such huge Vanheim had so many armies over this way too. I wouldn't be surprised, and we probably missed it, if he was like astral traveling some of his armies to get them, or not astral traveling, gatewaying some of his armies to like get more troops in position.
Maybe.
Because there's nothing. Like he has spent everything fighting Ashdod.
Yeah, what we're seeing, maybe 3 armies of devils and storm demons, none of them very large. These are not a threat.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to stop a serious effort to grab a throne.
Yeah, they've
And
just
there's no way those armies can take back a throne.
yeah, there's just
So we
such a
have to,
big difference between the power of Vanheim now and the power of Vanheim 10 turns ago. I
can we
think
glance at the army graph
yeah.
to back this up?
Yeah, I mean he was
so
half of his
still,
army. This is 10 turns ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's come back up, but a lot of this is chaff. We don't see high quality demons that are
I see a lot of chaff. I agree with you.
So I think, could this Vanheim from 10 turns ago, could he have done crippling or lethal damage to Pangea? Yeah, probably. Can this Vanheim? I don't think so.
No.
But, and this is what we were saying, there's, I think, maybe 3 more turns on the nap ticking down, maybe 4. And Vanheim needs those turns. He needs those turns to get an army, because right now he can't do shit.
Right. But technically that's over, I think, based on the thrones that Pangea took the sieges and now controls but hasn't claimed.
Well, let's come take a look. We got the Throne of Fire, which he now owns, right? So let's take a look at the thrones.
He claimed it.
He's claimed it. So he's got 5 thrones, 6 including the Throne of Death. And I can't remember if the nap was on 7 or 6.
I thought it was 6.
I thought it was 6 too. And I've counted this wrong. Let me make sure I'm counting right.
1, 2,
No,
3,
5.
4.
And then 6. He has the Throne
And
of
he
Death.
needs 9?
8. 8 to win. So he's got this one. We've got this fort under siege. Okay, we've got a big battle. This might be the most big battle of the turn. We've got a lot of storm demons from Pangea.
And again, just quick glance, this is not enough mage support. And the quality of the troops, the difference in troop quality is pretty huge.
So, on one hand, Ulm is bringing more mage support than Pangea. Pangea's got 3 vampires, 2 pans, and then 4 of these guys who I would hesitate to even call mages.
Right.
On Ulm's side, he's got... we can just look at the commanders here. Like, just look how many more commanders he has. A lot of these are priest-smiths, smiths, shamans.
More than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the overall glance, they sort of blended in, and I didn't notice them.
Right. He's got, flesh eaters on these guys, which I don't think actually... Flesh eaters don't work on mounted cav, I don't believe. Do they? Will they go berserk from this? Well, maybe we'll find out.
From a flesh eater?
Yeah. I don't think they do.
It's not gone berserk. They can go berserk.
But I know mounted units don't benefit from a berserker bless. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do go berserk.
Okay. We'll see.
They get hit.
So he's got an ice druid here who's water 4, so this can be demonic cleansing. He's got a Woodhinge Druid who's going to be jumping in a communion doing nature buffs. So this is some of the stuff we were talking about a long time ago that, you know, he's going to need ways to do like artificial communions with matrices and stuff. Now, he also has a lot of shamans.
Well, at one point in time, he did have quite a few matrices. We saw them, I remember, but that's quite a long time ago. I wonder if he's just been struggling to remake them because he's lost.
I think with demonic cleansing, if he gets Will of Fates off, I think Will of Fates is like the most critical spell for him. And he has plenty of Astral Mages. I'm sure he technically could cast it. If he gets Will of Fates and Mass Regen and Ground Army and like either Mass Protection or Army of Gold,
yeah,
I think he can win this. He's, you know, a lot of these are Guardians, which are gonna fuck up Storm Demons with demonic cleansing up. He also, I think the other final thing he should think about casting is Solar Brilliance, and it sucks, but I think I would do it here. Let's see what happens.
Right. Ground Army's pretty critical.
God, that first wave.
Did he get it off? Did he get off Ground Army?
I'm not sure.
I didn't see it.
So right now, these guys have no shock resistance yet.
No. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Blood Rain and Wailing Winds is out. Demonic Cleansing is up. Natural Storm is up. The other thing to consider is a lot of these, you know, like Demonic Cleansing, really strong. You have to keep the caster alive. So a lucky shot.
That's an empowered Vampire Lord casting Wailing Winds. That's quite the thing.
Oh, is that who?
No, it's Pan. No, was a Vampire Lord casted, the Vampire Lord. So
it's probably Pan.
An air empowered. Oh, God. No.
This guy.
There we go. Look at that. Ouch.
Well, that's going to be another wrinkle because now all of the things that that Ulm puts up are going to potentially, they can come down if he just fails a morale check.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they get hit by a lightning bolt.
So, any chance Ground Army went up for Ulm?
Yeah, let's take a look.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There it is. Okay, good. Good.
So he's got Ground Army, he's got Regen. The thing that we don't see, and this is honestly maybe the most important, it's going to be important for like random lightning bolts hitting mages too, is Will of Fates.
I don't see it. Could have been interrupted.
And if he was anticipating Wailing Winds...
These Magma Bolts are doing quite well.
Yeah, that's a fair amount of damage.
Yeah.
If he was anticipating Wailing Winds, Growing Fury would also be good. He's got Nature Mages. Oh, we've got
mechanical. Oh no.
Wailing Winds.
Oh no, it's over.
The other thing is Mass Flight. He doesn't have... Do we have Storm up? Oh, we do have Storm. Yeah.
Oh, we do. Okay, never mind then.
He's got a Storm Staff over here on somebody.
Storm put up by a Pan. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got the Staff of Storms. Well, if you're going to run Storm Demons, you might as well run Staff of Storms.
Because I was going to say, if you could do Mass Flight and jump over here, that would be a lot better.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, with Wailing Winds, your guys are really slow. So by the time your idiots march across the field, it's going to be about time to run. So even though he got a lot of the important buffs off, like he didn't get like any of the protection buffs, but it doesn't even really matter. They didn't get to fight. They just ran.
Yeah. No, the Wailing just trashed him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't really want it, but Growing Fury might have been the only option.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not terribly fond of that. That could go so bad.
Yeah, and finding ways to get your guys over there faster, like Mass Flight, Growing Fury. If you're going to do Growing Fury in this, I think you actually need to trigger it on your own dudes by doing, like, Earthquake.
Maybe that's the way to pull it. But then all your Magi are going to trigger too, so I don't know.
I mean, I think you get your buffs off and, yeah. I mean, you have to have some way to fight. And if your guys...
That's a pretty bad wipe.
Yeah.
I mean, quite a bit ran away, but his losses aren't replaceable. So,
Yeah.
ouch.
And yeah, I mean, this is devastating. Now, there was a lot we saw Ulm do correctly in this fight that, he
Mhm.
brought out bigger guns than maybe we've seen all game from him.
For quite a while, not since maybe the Elemental Royalty.
And this could have won. And I think in some ways, like how badly he got trashed here, like it's overstating the margin by which Pan won by. Pan really won off the back of Wailing Winds there, more than
Oh
anything
yeah,
else.
oh yeah, yeah. He didn't kill a whole heck of a lot.
Right.
Well, the Storm Demons did quite a lot of damage,
Yeah.
but even so, no, they got 120 kills, the Storm Demons, and the White Centers got 106. So
I think
that's a
he had
lot.
some swarm spam and other stuff too. Like,
Yeah, there was
between these
garbage in there.
guys, they killed more stuff than lost. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's rough.
yeah.
33 dead Guardians and all the mechanical men were quite useful. I noticed they held the front line quite a while.
Right. Well, the other thing here, of course, is that this was Pan riding out to kill an army that was sieging one of his forts.
Correct.
And he cut off all the retreat routes, so there's nowhere for that army to go. So
Oh,
this was
yuck,
a
yuck,
complete wipe now.
yuck.
So yeah, that's kind of the end of the Ulmish armies in this region. But
Mhm.
to Ulm's credit, he rode out, which was the right move. It's just he didn't have a way to deal with Wailing Winds.
No. Well, and it's not easy. I've seen lots of discussions lately on, how do you deal with it? Kill them fast is one way, but if you don't have cavalry or high speed troops,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Well, it's worth, this is an important battle. I think it's worth musing over, like, what are ways to deal with it? One of the easiest ways is casting, in this particular case, is casting Ravenous Swarm. That would have killed all the vampires in reasonably short order.
Yes, yes, yes. Ravenous Swarm would have been very good in this battle.
Right. But this.
Well, except he had his own vampires.
Well,
But
such is life.
but
he
I don't
it.
think his cast anything important.
Yeah.
They don't have any alms, so he could have afforded.
I mean, I think if you're Ulm, you cast Life After Death, and then you have or like Bloodlust, and have yours retreat. You don't keep yours around.
Work. Yeah, that's a good idea.
But the thing is, like, that is a play, like that, like having somebody cast Ravenous Swarm to kill your Wailing Winds caster. That's something you expect from Arco. Like that's like a Jedi level thing. That,
we didn't. I don't know if Ulm knew that there was that the Wailing Winds be coming from a vampire.
Right.
Even so, given the number of vampires that we've seen Pangaea use, I would probably kind of toss Ravenous Swarm into every fight.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah. The other ways to deal with it are things that are going to speed up the fight. So any of the battlefield clear spells, which some of those, a lot of these aren't going to hit Storm Demons, but some of them will. And like, Pan, let's look at what Pan cast. We didn't really even look at the Pan buffs. We looked at the Ulm ones. Yeah, so he's got 20 protection, no fire resistance. It is possible, and I don't know this, not for these guys. It's possible that Flame Storm plus Demonic Cleansing would have wiped the Storm Demons if they didn't have fire resistance.
Yeah, but for him to put that up, he'd need a Flame Random and then Matrices.
Yeah, but I mean, he had a Communion. He just needed, he didn't even need a random. He just needed any Fire Mage, right? With the Matrix. Yeah.
But I didn't see any Matrices.
He had one on this Nature dude.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, so he knows about them, right?
Yeah.
Whether he has enough or anything, but like, this isn't really saying like what should do. This is us just like brainstorming how you could deal with this sort of thing, right? And what basically your options are like battlefield wipes to like nuke them quickly to like make the battle short, flying.
Well, you mentioned Demonic Cleansing,
right?
A very important spell in this kind of thing.
Yeah. But But I mean, those are the main ways. Is like finding a way to get your army over to the enemy army really quickly, or doing some kind of nuke, some kind of battlefield wide spell that's going to end the game really fast. The other thing, which is like really weird that you wouldn't even really think of, but this is like a late game thing, is maybe casting quickening, like the big water spell that's an area of effect quickness spell.
Yeah.
Because that's going to make them run over here real fast and kill faster. And that's what the name of the game is against Wailing Winds, is fast. You can't sit there and buff up and let the battle take forever.
No, that's what I was getting at as well, is you need a way to get engaged very, very quickly and start doing some killing. Blood Rain is a mixed bag. It's just as hard on you as your opponent.
Right.
So when you cast it, you then need to be the one doing the damage faster.
Right.
But the Storm Demons are doing damage right off the bat. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't even think I mentioned Blood Rain, but that's one of the reasons why Wailing Winds was so critically effective here. Was that?
Yeah, doubled up.
Yeah. Because these guys have, and
every tick of damage starts causing morale checks.
Yeah.
And the Storm Demons are doing big ticks of damage steadily.
Yeah.
And the loss of a unit in a squad and all those things. So it was a morale play to a large extent, and it was stacked.
Yeah. So, that's hard. He raid the things he used to raid. This got a golem here. I think this is a lifelong protection golem.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I've seen that guy. Oh, it's returning. Okay.
He's got Whip of Command for awe.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting because these are just ways to block any damage from coming through.
Yeah, to keep him in the battle a little bit longer. No gems though, so.
Right.
And he's not empowered or anything. So he's just doing some soul slays.
I thought this was lifelong protection. It's protection of Garyon.
Oh.
I wonder. I think he did this. I bet you $1, Malin. This is a misclick. He thought he was putting on a lifelong protection. I bet you $1. Because there's no way you would put protection of Garyon, or intend to put it on a guy with a Ring of Returning.
I don't think so. No, that doesn't fit. But
I bet you he misclicked that.
Yeah, I think maybe because they look so similar. Oh well.
And it still works here though.
And once it's on, you can't get it off.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
yeah.
Geez, to sum up, I'd say Ulm is done.
They're done.
It's over. Oh, look at that. Just horrors.
Hit this with horrors. Yeah. We'll just scroll around here, see if there's anything to look at. Nothing really. I mean, Ulm is doing counter rating stuff. He's putting up stuff, but most all of it's dying.
Oh, yeah. More
2 of the vampires died here, though, which is interesting.
Wonder if they got soul slay. No, looks like just stray arrows. Storm of Thorns.
Wait, how did these vampires... I thought it was Pangean vampires that died. Or did I read that wrong?
No, it was the Almish.
Oh, no, he stole them.
Oh, he stole them. He charmed them. Oh, yuck. Yuck for Ulm. Charmed or enslaved? Probably charmed. Charm. Yeah, I see lots of charms.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Charm, charm, charm.
Oh, that
Ouch.
hurts.
Oh. That's painful.
Welcome to Team Pangea. Oh, God. Sai just flexing nuts over here. Oh, this looks cool.
I'm trying to do a charm play in a game, and man, I haven't done that in so long. I'm doing a terrible job of it. But
look at this dude. This is one of Ulm's thugs.
What the heck?
A snake
No,
bladder stick lumber construct.
Probably whatever's left over.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, versus devils, I don't think this is going to do anything.
Ring of fire. Oh boy. Ooh.
Yeah, okay. That was still cool. He gets style points for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so getting on top of this fort. What happens here? So we have Pan on top of... Pelagia attacking Pangea. I think this is a probe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just a merman.
But oh my gosh, look at all this. A lot of storm demons, a lot of devils, a lot of fiends of darkness. These guys all kitted out. A lot of temp gem items, which I think that's really important that he's focusing on getting these temp gem items here at the end, because he can, any of these armies can potentially be gem baited like 3 or 4 times. And for an important
Yeah,
fight, that would mean he
yeah.
wouldn't get off any spells.
No, temp gem items. I was talking to somebody who said he doesn't like making them in case you lose them because they're expensive. But I said, they reduce micro so much and they make you so much more resilient to gem baiting. I make them all the time.
Yeah.
For any important battle,
yeah,
big battle buff, I basically always give them a gem gen, whether it's Howl or
yeah.
If I have that mod in the game, I make them.
Yeah.
The little ones from the base game aren't that important. The clam is good because it's 2.
Right. Yeah.
Most of the rest of them
nice.
aren't enough to make a difference. Like a single Earthstone isn't enough Earth gems to save you from gem baiting.
Right. And I think it's like it's a preference thing when you're in like a normal 1v1 war. But when you get into this late game situation of like 1v4, you really need them for your armies. Otherwise, you just can't cast any spells.
No, by late game you need them because otherwise you can't. I've got another late game turn 100, and I've got 5 different returning gem baiters around, and I haven't even made golems yet.
Yeah,
that's just other stuff that I've got available. All of them with the ring of returning and wind of death, and whatever, just stuff to totally screw with people.
Right. So we started looking at some of the pelagia stuff over here. Let's see what happened. He's got some... The pelagia counter rating stuff is always fun to watch.
Yeah, it looks fairly lightweight. The magma kids are good.
Yeah, some magma kids.
Especially if you can splash a buff on them. Like Iron Warriors or Marble Warriors is great on those guys.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing a light raid, you're not going to want to carry the gems and the boosters for an army of lead. But
yeah. Got some silk.
I wonder where he's getting the magma kids.
I think it's from Elemental Royalty.
Yeah, probably. He probably snagged the King of Fire. Well, there's quite a few of them, so.
Yeah.
It's probably the King of Fire sitting there, here and there in that fort.
Yeah, King of Flames.
Yeah, there he is, King of Flames.
Yeah. Queen of Storms.
And permanent air elementals, so.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of... So it's just light rating here with Pelagia. And I think the last thing we really have to cover for this turn is the Ashdod Pangean conflict.
And that looks static.
Well, let's see. So we've got...
rating, right?
Light rating. Okay, this is interesting. So Ashdod is attacking Pangea. This guy immediately retreats instead of Skelly Spam, which I think is a misclick.
I wonder if these guys were caught halfway through movement.
I mean, they're attacking, so...
Yeah, but they don't have any gems. Because Oh, he blew up.
Yeah, he Phoenix Pired. He's passed out.
He's pretty crippled, so maybe he was just trying to kill some stuff with guys that were sort of past their date.
I don't know.
Past their due date.
I mean, that's a very strange move. I think
it was an odd little raiding party.
I think he maybe forgot to script that or something.
Yeah, because if he had Horde of Skeletons for the Death 2 guy, that might have worked.
Right. It's possible they got gym baited somehow in the magic phase or something. Maybe, if they were coming from another province. Yeah, I didn't either.
What's you got over there?
These are fiery imps.
Fiery imps. Oh yeah, okay.
They're kind of cool. They've got fire shield and they have throw flames. This actually, if you add strength to it, it becomes significantly less shit.
I believe they're pretty cheap too.
Yeah, they are.
So I mean, as a throwaway raid party, why not?
And he gets this vampire caught on fire. Oh man.
Yeah.
Actually, not bad.
I haven't used them in a long time, but I have used them in the past.
I've talked about using them. I don't think I've ever actually used them in a game.
Yeah, they're blood and fire. Well, son of a gun. I've got a game where those.
Well, that's pretty damn cool. Look at that.
Well, not only that, it's a scaling summon for 6 slaves. So you get 5 plus a half. And it's not hard to scale up blood magic.
Yeah, that's
Jeez,
true.
man, those are cheap. Do they have fire resistance?
Let's see.
You're 6. No, that's fire shield. 15 fire resist. Well, son of a gun. I've got
Yeah.
a game where I'm being blasted by flames from the sky over and over and over. And
They've got a
everything that
cold
is
malice
fire
5, so be
resistance.
careful if they can cast Murdering Winter.
Cold malice, yeah, yeah.
But
Huh.
but yeah,
No,
I mean, you put mass protection on them and rush of strength or bloodlust or whatever, and these guys, the flame attack becomes decent if you add 4 damage to it.
well, if you got low grade earth magi,
Yeah,
you could just be out there splashing on some iron warriors.
yeah,
Or even, they've got enough fire resist, you could throw protection on them.
yeah,
Like mass protection would
yeah.
be
And they've got
quite
good
adequate.
base attack and defense. I mean, 12 and 12 is really good, and good MR.
Yeah, and how many shots of the throw of flames?
3. So
3,
it's not a
but
lot, but
range is 25.
yeah.
So if you can go through strength of giants, you'll pump that range, right? Or is it strength dependent? No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's probably not strength dependent.
it's not.
Those are better than I would think.
Yeah.
They're probably better than casting imps in battle. Or at least comparable.
Well, I mean, for imps you spend 1 blood slave and you get 5, right?
Yeah, but it's the fatigue and the time involved is
Yeah,
sometimes
that too.
it depends on how many
Yeah,
blood
I think it's
magic you
just
can play.
different, right? Like if you had 1 blood slave and that mage was going to participate in a fight.
I have to say, this might be the coolest fight in the game.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well, it was just cool to see a very rarely used summon, if very effectively used, because they're a pretty good counter to
Yeah,
vampires.
he might have even put like Fire Flyer, which I think would target the vampire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
yeah, fuck him up.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. Okay, so then raiding here with more vampires. Here, okay, kills a bunch of wolves with the vampires. What's important is if he's getting any soul slays out.
This is looking like soul slays. Soul vortex.
Don't say
Just
any astral
watch it.
magic.
Do you hit the 3?
Wait, 3? Okay.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier to read. No. Okay.
Okay.
He just killed it. I didn't see a soul slay.
No soul slay. More raiding over here with vampires. I think Ashdod also has access to astral mages, and preparing for this like Pangean immortal raiding stuff, like those astral mages are kind of at a premium. What's that?
Oh no, sorry. I mislooked. I saw a treasure. I thought I was looking at that was a 30,000 population province, and I'm like, wow, not affording it. But anyways, I misread. That was our gold. Who cares how much gold we have?
Yeah. All right, so here Ashdod has a big Doom stack. Doom is maybe a strong word, but a very powerful stack, and he's run into like a medium commitment Pangean army.
He's got shed in. They're good.
Yeah.
And Sayer.
Right.
As long as everybody got blessed.
Oh wow, he still lost 2 of these sages.
I wonder, just stray arrows maybe?
Yeah.
Or did he communion them?
Yeah, he must have killed these guys. How did this happen? Because these guys only got 1 kill.
They probably communioned them.
Our soul vortex. Yeah, you're probably right.
Just check for a communion.
No.
I don't see a communion. Oh, the devil's got him.
Oh.
Oh, and then
friendly fire from these guys.
Friendly fire from the shed.
So the devils landed back here, and then as these guys were going to blow them up, they just destroyed everything around them.
Holy cow! Look at that!
Look at that! Woo!
Yeah, I've been using those in the game. In the Mirror All Stars, a bunch of shit. They're pretty devastating.
They really are.
The only thing they don't have over Storm Demons is they don't have Storm Power.
Right. And Ethereal. They don't have Ethereal either.
Right.
So.
Right.
So Pan coming in here, this is a kind of interesting little raid. He's got 5 ghosts and a lich.
Yeah. But he comes up against lightning.
Right, and that lightning should disrespect the ghosts.
It does. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, the shed messing him up.
I mean, against something else, the ghosts might have done quite well, but
Right.
well, and of course that Wraith Lord there doesn't care about the fear.
Right, but he may get dusted. Yeah, he just got yeeted by that lich. Oh my god, that lich, man!
Oh,
Wow, what a freaking Chad!
yeah, the Drain Life.
Let's watch this again, just from the lich's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like,
think it's
okay,
the
skeletons,
and then Drain Life.
2 skeletons, and then advancing cast. Raise dead, which makes a big wave of things, and then he's walking forward now.
Yeah.
And he's probably pretty high fatigue, like 80 or something. I don't know, 40. And then zaps him with the Drain Life. I don't think he's in range of Dust to Dust. Gets his fatigue down a bit more. Walks forward. Raise dead.
And yeah. Oh, Dust to Dust gets the Wraith
this
Lord.
guy's routed is what happens.
Okay, there we go.
So they route the commander.
Yeah, but the Dust to Dust got the Wraith Lord.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Wait, I think that's what happened. Is that sorry to watch this again. I think you're right. Killing the Wraith Lord, there's no more demonic leadership, and that causes these guys to probably rout, even if they hadn't run yet.
No more undead leadership.
Right? Yeah. So these guys are probably ready to rout. Yeah, they're routed now immediately.
Yeah.
They haven't turned around yet. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was cool.
So he would have Ashdod would have won this if he just wasn't on advance and cast. Or advance or attack or anything. If he just had the guy back here spamming out skeletons, he probably would have won. Yeah, the Wraith Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
A couple cubes and some Maenads coming through. A Soulless leading... Oh, this is interesting. This is probably a Pan or something.
Yeah, Soulless leading a handful of demons.
Look at that.
Double handful.
How cool.
Oh, that's a converted
Pan. Yeah, it's a Pan.
Pan.
Yeah.
What a crappy chassis for a Pan.
Well, you know.
There's some weird
Astro corruption.
Yeah. No, I just meant that, like, such a low hit point chassis, you don't get a bigger one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I had that with a Chak. It came back as a flimsy little 9 hit point Soulless.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, I mean, what I've seen is, like, Ashdod has done a pretty decent job doing some counter raiding, but I believe the Pangean Tide is starting to wash over him. Like, even little things, you know, like where he just lost these guys to the Lich, you know, like little things, it just, and like he kind of slipped up here with these 2 guys dying, and...
But I don't think it's going to be easy to take his throne, his 2 thrones.
Yeah.
If those are the thrones that Pan wants to go for, I think they're going to be pretty tough because there's some good-sized armies could move in, and Ashdod should have the ability to gateway.
Yeah. But
Like,
from a province thing, look at this. This is a pretty good turn for Pan.
Yeah.
And a pretty rough turn for Ashdod.
He's very dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked before that you could argue, I mean, there's complications, but their decision to form the coalition just came a little late. Yeah. And Vanheim has not had time to rebuild, and Ashdod, Ulm had to take it on the chin on his own without much support. And then Ashdod was kind of on his own on the other front.
Yeah.
So Pan's really only been fighting kind of a 2-front war for a while.
Yeah.
Instead of a 4-front or 5-front war that he could have been fighting. And that's made it a hell of a lot easier for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for this turn, and you kind of just gave a good summary. So
yeah, that's kind of my summary of what we've seen. It was a relatively quiet turn.
Yeah. So
I have to say though that seeing those fiery imps used that way, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Got a tart here too we didn't look at. Maybe we look at this guy before and close that out
Oh
on
my
this
gosh.
battle.
He killed a lot of
Oh my
something.
god. That is a Giga Chad tart. He's probably like a Phoenix
Mhm.
Pyre, damage reversal, fire shield. Oh, that's all he's gonna cast? He's not gonna Phoenix Pyre or anything? Okay. I guess it's gonna be hard to kill this guy. Oh,
With
watch
just
what
Maenads.
happens to Fire Shield against Maenads. It's brutal. Link the zero
my
weapons.
Yeah, splat.
Yeah.
Well, not as many are dying as I thought because they can't hit it.
Well, now he's harassed enough. He's zero defense, and the Fire Shield is doing some serious work.
Man, they're not the smartest bunch, are they? They ignored his buffer.
They've all gone berserk. Oh, this is you mean the Blood Slave?
That's one blood slave. That's
Yeah.
not a. I thought that was a Gatorade.
Yeah. All right.
No, that was funny.
Well, that's it, guys. Tune in next time. We are getting very close to Vanheim joining into the fray, and we'll see if he has anything he can offer.
Right on.
See you then.